this really prove to be a setback for Thalapathy Vijay? He'd perfectly timed this film for a release just months to go for the election. There's a whole lot of political messaging involved. But let's break down for you why this is a setback. First, that this was supposed to be a big bang Pongal release. It's one of the biggest times of the year in Tamil Nadu, particularly for films, for the industry. That doesn't seem to happen, and so that will obviously mean a dent in the film's collections. Now, let's say there's a 1-month delay. Now, beyond that, the Election Commission will also step in because of the Model Code of Conduct, in which case all the political symbolism, the messaging involved in Vijay's film, there'll be a big question mark of whether that will be cleared. And so that will be a challenge for Vijay as well. Vijay had hoped that with this particular film being released, with just about 3 months to go for the elections slated for April, this would give a boost to his political image. He very strategically chose a film like Jananayagan. That may not happen based on when actually the film releases. Mind you, also for the makers, there's a big challenge because bookings were opened up. The show was supposed to, in fact, the first show was on Friday early in the morning. Tickets as highly priced as 2,000 rupees, all sold out. What happens to all of those tickets? They'll have to refund people. So again, collections will take a big hit. They expected that everything would go smoothly, but no censor certification. We break down for you also what played out in the court. You had the filmmakers in court saying 500 crores is at stake. We had begged the censor board. We had said very clearly that we are looking at a January 9th release. And that's why we submitted the film way back in December 18th, and yet it hasn't happened. The censor board says that, look, we are in no hurry. What is the process? That will be followed. The film, they say, will be reviewed by a fresh panel, so it's not going to happen immediately. It's not going to be expedited in any manner to meet a January 9th deadline. The filmmakers have maintained that while the entire examining committee saw the film, there was just one member who had an issue. And so their contention is that one member can't override a majority decision in that particular committee. The censor board has maintained that there is no ulterior motive, that this is the process that's usually followed. Ultimately, the film will not be releasing in all likelihood on January 9th. So Vijay's last film, Jananayagan, is facing non-stop hurdles. But is this a result of a conspiracy against him, as he is now not just an actor, but a politician too? Jananayagan, Vijay's last film and ending his over 30-year-long career, is now unlikely to release on January 9th. Why? Because the censor board is yet to clear it. A film that was submitted for clearance and for certification in December has been stalled indefinitely now, courtesy no green signal from the censor board. So if you're wondering why, the censor board says one member of the examining committee said the film hurt sentiments of a minority community and that the defense emblems were used in the film. What was it that hurt sentiments? We don't know. But Vijay, the team behind the film, they're all left in the lurch because the bookings were opened. The first shows are booked out for Friday. But what happens now? Nobody knows. The makers are demanding answers from the censor board, saying they repeatedly highlighted that the film is to be released on January 9th and yet didn't get the clearance. They submitted the film a good 21 days before its release. The censor board is suggesting that it will now go to a fresh panel and then be re-examined and then get approved, leading to a whole lot of what now? Is this a conspiracy against Vijay the politician? Have the odds been stacked against his film and in favor of Sivakarthikeyan's starrer Parasakti, which is also very much a film with a whole lot of political messaging? What happens to the film? When will it be released? We don't have any answers. All you Vijay fans, be prepared for what will now be an endless wait.